Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and Spartacus' journey through Skyrim. We recently got brought into the Companions fold, and we got our first Skyforged weapons. So we're going to go ahead and utilize these. We're going to keep a hold of the Steel Dagger, because I believe we'll be able to upgrade the Steel Dagger. And there is a bug with the Skyforged Steel Dagger that makes it so you can't actually upgrade it ever. While they're on par, I believe this becomes on par if I make it superior, which my smithing should be allow me to do here soon. So that would be on par, but I believe the steel dagger that we have will currently continue to be upgraded, whereas the Skyforge would not. So we'll hold on to that. We did also grab these 2 silver swords for potential Draugr. Turns out that the especially effective against undead merely upgrades the amount of damage that it has to a plus 20. So at current it would be 19. Against a Draugr it would be 39. Unfortunately with this our Skyforged steel sword is about 26, and after upgrading it here I believe we'll get to about 33. So it's kind of comparable. You still get more out of the silver sword at the moment, but eventually it just doesn't scale as well. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to talk to Yorland here, see if he's got any steel for us. I think we've got some steel ingots at home. He does not have what we want. Unfortunate. So let's go talk. We'll go see if we'll talk to the other one. The other thing we're going to do is we're trying to get our companions work. Naturally, I prefer to talk to Ayla. 1, because she's a redhead. But 2, she also happens to give us the quest for animals. And animals I find are a lot easier than the dungeons that they'll send us on. Awesome. Another Whiterun Predator. I'll take that job. No thanks. Alright. There's that. So we're going to see if somebody else happens to have some steel on them. Looks like she's actually gone in for the day. So we'll give this about a 12-hour wait. 12-hour wait. So the plans for this one or this video and our current trajectory is to continue with the companion stuff, but we are going to take a little break because we are I'm greedy, and I would like to get. I'd like to use. I have these extra dragon souls. I have 2 dragon souls here. I would like to use them for the 3rd elemental fury word. So we would like to go get that. There you are. Do you have steel ingots by chance? I just need 2. 1. Okay. I'll take 2. Oh, and you do have a quicksilver ingot. So I'll take 1 of those because I believe I need 1 for the alchemy station, and that way I don't have to go to the mine. And there's our 33. And the steel dagger, it just comes up to the same as our Skyforged steel dagger. And as you saw in that, or if you looked, you could see in that list there that the Skyforged steel dagger was not available. So we'll probably end up selling that. But we're going to put this on our favorites bar, and that's going to become our new 4, and we'll take this one off. Down here, our Skyforged steel sword is there. Got our steel dagger. We're also going to drop our hunting bow in favor of the orcish bow. There we go. I'm just looking to offload some stuff. Would you like it? How about these 2 silver swords, this steel dagger that I unfortunately can't upgrade. I forgot to use my helmet again. And we have some pelts that we want to make into some leather. So let's get that done as well. There we go. We're done with that. Now, we have a citizen in Whiterun that needs this cat killed. We're gonna jump down to Riverwood to do that, and then we will hop up to Markarth, because where we are headed is this Dragon Tooth Crater, and that's where we find our 3rd word. So let's do that. I believe, generally when it's somebody in Riverwood, I believe it's for this quest, or a beast having taken over their place. I believe it's almost always Alvor. Don't know how he managed it. Maybe the kid did it. Here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop everything. Pretty sure that because we're 18. Yep, we're 18, so I'm pretty sure that the animal in there is going to be pretty big. Alvar's trying to sweet talk his girl to get him some water. So let's give this a berserk, and then a nice, and then there you go. That can be, there's a saber cat, so that's a little bigger than I expected. But we got it done. That was scary. The moment I found out what it was, right? You could kind of hear it, right? I was expecting a bear, but it didn't roar like a bear. And the moment that happened, I knew I was in trouble. So, ooh. No, we're gonna make our own. We're gonna make our own. So the moment I heard that, I knew I was in trouble. I started using that macro, the one we built. I built a power attack macro some time ago, and that I think just saved our bacon. And now, with that being done, we could turn it in. We're not gonna. We're gonna go directly over here, place a marker on that, and we are headed to the Markarth stables. We'll make it to the nighttime, and we will march our way up there. We are looking for the 3rd and final word to this elemental fury shout, and I gotta be honest, I can't wait to use it. What time is it? 2:49 a.m. So we can still regenerate stuff. And what is this? Potato plants. I believe there's actually, we may start doing some cooking. And so some of the recipes we want, I think all of the recipes that we really want for this particular character are the stews. I think I have, what I want is beef, vegetable, and or venison stew. The beef stew is less important. I think the beef stew gives us stamina regen, and that while good, the other stews give us health and stamina. They give you less. They give you a 1 and 1 versus versus the beef stew, which gives you a 2 stamina per second. But overall, that health per second or stamina per second coming out of a food, it lasts for 720 seconds, which I believe comes out to about 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. There we are. A rock warbler? Yes, it was. A rock warbler egg indeed. And so if you can, I believe those buffs also last for not in-game time. Alright, so that's 7 minutes out of, you know, in human time, or I guess you gamer time, not game time, but that means that we can get a lot more done while maintaining or holding on to that buff. Supposedly they might also stack, where you could pop multiples of them and have a lot of that. That would be if you've got a bunch made up. So I don't think we'll ever have just, you know, a ton made up. But who knows? We might get to killing some more deer and have a bunch of venison stew or something like that. We also might take and collect the vegetables that we need, and then put them in our garden, and that might help a lot. Looks like we've got somebody. It's a little hard to see, but we've got somebody over here with a bow. Not sure what they're doing. Looks like he's killing a chicken. And there's a there's a dual wielder. Looks like Forsworn. There we go. You're not very bright, are you? There you go. Yeah. There we go. That's your problem. Ooh, this Forsworn armor is not bad. I'm gonna pick up a singular set of it, and we'll see how we do with that. We're only gonna pick up, like I said, the one set. That allows us to experiment with it. I think we'll get that helm. Looks like that guy over there. I know it's hard for. I think it's harder for you guys to see it. But he has one of those deer helms with the antlers and stuff like that. Well, we're actually going to use this kind of this rock for cover, because I believe this guy's melee. Yeah, so we're going to use some cover here. Got one melee and one bow. Oh, ow. Not literal ow. Those guys certainly hurt. Alright, now let's give, so we're going to wait for our shout. So we're just going to keep healing until our shout is finished. As long as this guy doesn't peek around the corner, like I think he's about to. There we go. Give our shout the old thum. And we'll chop him. We'll split his brain. Split his cranium as he's falling away from us. Beautiful. DEA. Beautiful. I think we've got everything. I think we've got an entire Forsworn set. 53, 60 gauntlets in that. I'm not sure. We'll have to look at the upgrades potentials on both of them. So anyways, the vegetables we're looking for are potatoes, leeks, tomatoes, and cabbage. And so if you know of any good places to get those, or to farm them, or any tips, tricks, or easy ways to do that, let me know. We'll see if we can't test them out or check them out. And we are on our way to Dragon Tooth Crater is what it's called. That has a funny look there. Here's Blind Cliff Cave. I don't know how you call it I guess if you're blind, you could call this a cliff. What is that? Weird. We are getting some nice amounts of juniper berries, though. Some decent alchemy mats going. I believe, I think for archery, it's like, there's a potion for like elf's ear and juniper berries, I think it is, to increase marksman. Oh, and we missed some hanging moss. Can't let that go to waste. No. We could kill these guys, I think, but we might join them at some point. Oh, he just gave me an invite to go potentially join them. Oh, very nice. How kind and thoughtful of him. I think he just wants my sweet swords. So I believe this is actually a town. I think you come here for the only time I've ever been here intentionally is on the Dark Brotherhood quests. Quest line. I believe this is a town where the gourmet is, if I remember correctly. Oh no! I gotta get up there. Gotta get up there somehow. Why am I falling? There we go. Do some trademarked Skyrim wall climbing. Look at us go. So horses are impressive, by the way. If you grab a horse, you can almost climb straight up a mountain. Like this cliff face, it wouldn't care. Climbs right up it. Kind of worried. We are really close to where the word is, which I believe is going to house a dragon. I think a dragon will actually sit on it. At it, so we'll make sure we have we're going to go ahead and get our wait time in. We'll do 24, no, we'll do 12. It's actually going to be 13. Because hopefully, if this doesn't get us our Berserker Rage, we'll do another 24. We want to be at night, so we have all of our regen capacity, and we want to be at our full strength, essentially. We do have our... We do. So I believe he is just down there. Yep. I believed correctly. Alright, so we have a frost dragon. Looks like we have 2 frost dragons, actually. Let's see what happens. Berserker's not going to help us a lot. Paralysis will definitely not help us. We'll get some potions of healing in there. There we go. Fill back up on Magicka. And fill back up on Stamina. I believe we just killed that one. Gonna look on. I believe the other one is already dead, right? He died and fell. I just don't know where. We will have to go search for his body. And it looks like the dragon is pissed off something. What did you decide to pick on? Where'd you go? Come back. Play with me. And so we did the thing wrong again, where we apparently took our damned weapon off and then back on. That's gonna cause me a lot of grief at some point. It's gonna make me angry. So we don't have our elemental fury up when we should. We're good on that. We're good on that. We'll get some Magicka. Oh, looks like we have a... We're just right here underneath him. Let's see, I think we had a plentiful healing, right? There we go. we'll pick those up. Sooner or later we're going to get fast healing, so that it heals faster, and that we can utilize it kind of in combat. We're also going to make our way down. That was pretty good for us, to take two, not one, but two dragons at the same time. It's quite a feat, quite an increase for us. Oh look, we found the other dragon. He did in fact meet his end. So we will make our way down there. Healing 2 is really big. It's really good. Now they were both frost. If either one of those had been fire, very different outcome. Very, very different outcome. But we got really, really lucky in that they were both frost, and that made it something that was doable for us. It's probably one of the few times we're going to be happy that we were, or thankful that we were in fact a vampire at the time of the fight. Let's see what we've got here. Got some corpses. Like these guys have been busy here. Look at our weight. 289 out of 335. Well, it's the third word. Didn't say it would be easy. Just said it would be worth it. And by golly, it better be. Really, I'm not worried about your beacon. Let him do so. He can defile your temple. Well, I don't wanna. I'm probably gonna, just to get your damn beacon out of my inventory, though. It's weight I don't need. It's weight I don't want. Oops. Got one a little fast. There we go. Start collecting those again. Apparently we're slow falling, so we'll just help hurry that process up. And now that we have this, we can go back to our companion stuff, but not before we unlock this shout. Yes, I would like to spend souls. I will also spend souls on this fire breath, because I have a theory that perhaps when you have things that you like, words that you've learned but you don't have a soul for, that you'll start getting dragon spawn. If you learn the word, right? If you learn it, then they don't spawn as frequently, as far as I can tell. Because both times that we have seen a dragon, for example, both times at Falk Reef, we went and learned a word, right? And then we showed up. As soon as we got back to the city, a dragon showed up. We got our second word, and while we were running around, there was no big deal. Then the moment we like hopped, or we went, I think we ended up doing a loop, and we got into the world where we could. We went back down to Falk Reef to buy our house, and what do you know, a dragon showed up. So I think that the dragons showing up, or spawning on top of you, not like being here in the world where they naturally are, like this one, but the ones that spawn on you at a city or something like that. Those ones, I believe, might be, and this is unconfirmed, untested, might be linked to words of power that you have but haven't unlocked. So we could run our way back But we want to get back to Ayala for our quests line, and so we are going to hop there. It would be a really, really long run. That would be a whole lot of territory to cover, and I don't think even sped up. I think the run itself, even sped up, would actually be longer than the amount of time we have allotted for the videos. So instead, we'll just hop back to where we wanted to be, back here in good old Whiterun, and we are going to let Ayala know that we have dispatched of the Predator in the house, and she is happy to send us our gold now. Score has something special for me, huh? I believe this is it. Okay. Now he wants us to wait till 11 at night, so that we can pick up our next quest and move forward. I believe this is where we get to be big. We get to go all wolfy. But it also takes us out into another quest. So we did manage to get our Quicksilver. I think what we'll do is we will hop, hippity hop, hip hop, hip hop. Yeah, so we'll hop our way over to our Falkreath again, and drop off our weight, and maybe even build our alchemy lab and work on our house just a little bit more. What, no bandits this time? I just got here. Alright. Open this. We'll, let's see. We've got our miscellaneous. That's where our dragon bones are. Our dragon scales. That brings us down to 172. And then, I believe, we need to take in some stuff. So we'll take the iron ingots, iron ore, iron fittings, the nails. We don't need the orichalcum yet, orichalcum, whatever it's called. And we'll need the glass. Don't need the clay, I don't think. And we'll go in here, and I cross our fingers. I remembered all the materials correctly, and we could have a alchemy station up in our house. Miscellaneous. There's our alchemy lab. Oh, beautiful. B-E-A, beautiful. And then what about shelves? There's a chest. Tall shelf, small shelf, no. Furniture, wash basin. Let's go see what it looks like. I don't think it's kind of counterintuitive that the workbench is right here, but I believe the alchemy station actually gets built and put upstairs here. There it is. And we have some sacks right next to it. That's perfect. So what we'll do is we're going to bring all of those alchemy mats up to this alchemy station. all the things we've been saving and banking for so long. And now we'll to make this slow run. Here. And drop these ingredients off. Alright, and that brings us down to a nice 139. Now this gives us a central area to congregate our materials and utilize our alchemy lab. The next thing we want to build is our smith, which I believe goes downstairs. So, let's see. I wonder if this will do it. There's our workbench we have to find. Barrels, cupboards, display case, more small wardrobe, furniture, miscellaneous, blacksmith, anvil. We'll make one of those inside. I believe that puts it right here, so that allows us to make any of the those things, any of the iron or nails or anything like that. What we're looking for is the oh, we can make an arcane enchanter, can we? We need refined moonstone. I wonder where you would put that. And you can make an alchemy lab? This is... Oh, I wonder if that's because this is still considered a house and not a entryway. So many questions. It has been a while since I have done it. I'm looking down here. There we are. There's the workbench we were looking for. Display case, weapon racks, shelves, blacksmith forge. We need 5 quarried stone. Allow us to go pick that up. I think we're actually going to take a little bit more than 5, because I believe there are some other things down there that we would like quarried stone for. So we'll take... Oh, Lord, we took everything. We took more than we ever wanted. But we'll drop 600. And so, of these. Come down here and we'll drop 700 or so. 708. Of those. Oh, we messed up our math. Well. And let's see. We certainly can't walk. We've got dragon bones. We'll need those downstairs anyway. So I think we can actually take most of this with us. So let's do it. We'll still need some. Still need some here. So let's make sure of that. We've got let's just dragon scales and dragon bones we'll need with us regardless. the goat horns and stuff will be inside. That's whatever. We'll leave the iron ore because the smelter is here. Same thing with the orc ore. That's my new way of making that easier to say. That's the word. That's what we're looking for. Cookbooks, keys, food, scrolls, potions, apparel. Got some apparel. Weapons, we have these. Just kind of basic. All right. Don't worry there, big guy. You ain't gotta worry about us. We generally end up carrying, some like iron and stuff on us anyway. Miscellaneous. Iron fittings and iron ingots. Did I drop all the iron ingots? I'm gonna be so upset. You know I did. You know, when I was trying to drop the ore, I dropped the iron ingots. Give me the fittings, the ingots, give me the ore, we'll go turn that into something, and we'll leave the clay and the quarried stone here. We'll make a steel ingot, because we can. We need the corundum for blocks. Orchid chalcomine ingot we would need for any orc stuff. And there's some refined moonstone. I believe once you get the downstairs, right, the cellar all finished up, I believe you get a smelter downstairs as well. Miscellaneous. Now we can make our forge and the armory workbench. Armorer workbench. We still want the grindstone, but we need some iron fittings for that. And do we have... Oh, we do get a smelter down here. There's the shrine base that I was talking about with the clay, and apparently we didn't need near as much quarried stone as expected. The tanning rack for tanning hides, not the hides of children. And I need the grindstone, which means I need the iron fitting. I don't have... Actually, I have a forge. I can make the iron fittings momentarily. Oh, that is interesting. It puts us like around the corner there. Miscellaneous, we'll get the grindstone. And then furniture wise, we'll get a... Oh, how about containers? We want barrels. End table. We don't have any iron. An end table, or a barrel. I think for now we'll just stick to a barrel here. Is this the barrel it gave me? Not over here. Is there anything to store into in here? No. So we'll just use this barrel at the far end here. Sack of flour. There's a large sack with cabbage. We wanted the cabbage. And inside the barrel we will put all this stuff. There we go, we can move again. We're still gonna put the jewelry down here because we put that in conjunction with some other things. The glass we'll hold on to, the gold horns we'll hold on to. We'll put those upstairs because they go with just some basic decorations. The hinge and whatnot, that also is, you know, for all the house, so we'll do that. Lock, same thing. The orchichalcum ore and all of that will stay down here. There's the straw and a torch. I believe we are down to 199. We still have some extra weight here to get rid of. And we're going to use this barrel for the stuff, at least until we get a chest. I was just kidding. Give me that back. We don't have anything we want in there. The elven gauntlets. I don't think we're ready for those yet. The gold rings, all of those we'll get rid of. Vampire stuff, just in case we ever actually want to use it. And the full set of Forsworn, just in case, depending on how it upgrades. We'll take one, actually, and compare it. So we'll compare the headdress, if we can upgrade it. Goes to 26, and what is our leather helmet right now? 26. It looks like that's about equal to what our leather is. But it would look cool, kind of cool. I'm not very fond of the Forsworn stuff. And that'll do it. That'll wrap up today's episode. We'll move on with or continue going, moving along with our companions stuff in our next episode, and we should be able. I think we'll be able to get our werewolf. We'll be able to. That will overwrite, if you will, our vampire. And then hopefully we'll be able to test some fights against maybe some frost dragons and some fire dragons later, to kind of point out, I guess, the difference and the major difference in the resistances that we do or don't have by comparatively, so to see how much harder a frost dragon would be without the 50% resistant to frost from the vampire, versus how much easier a fire dragon could be because we don't have the 50% weakness to fire. So hopefully we'll get to play around with some of those in the future episodes. Other than that, thanks for watching, thanks for coming by. If you have any tips, tricks, critiques about the video, or things you want explained, just leave them in the comment section and we'll get to them as soon as we can. Have a good one.